I'm very excited to share the news with you that I finally got my PMP certification done.
Thanks to EduHubSpot.com and Varun's mentorship.
The material provided by EduHubSpot is fantastic and the mentoring is phenomenal.
I could not accomplish this feat without the outstanding mentorship of Varun.
I would like to thank EduHubSpot for all the support that was given to me in this journey.
If you're looking to be certified just like me, EduHubSpot is your go-to place.
Thank you, EduHubSpot, for helping me become a PMI Certified professional.
I want to give credit to my success to the EduHubSpot team.
Hey Mona, congratulations for passing the PMP exam with above target score. First, I want to hear from you. How is the feeling right now?
Oh, got them. Thank you. I'm elated and excited and relieved all at the same time, if those mixed feelings make any sense to you.
Yes, it makes absolutely sense to me. And I just want to ask one question. When you saw congratulations, you have successfully passed the PMP exam on the screen. So how was your feeling?
So I'm not going to lie, I almost cried. I did. I took it from home. So I was, obviously by myself, but through the exam, I was feeling a little apprehensive. And when that popped up, I was sure it was going to say, you get to do this again. And and it didn't. So I was so elated. I didn't have to do it again. That yeah, I had a tear in my eye for sure.
That's very happy to hear. First of all, Mona, thank you so much for accepting for doing this interview. Let me tell you why I'm conducting this, especially with you, because I know how dedicated you were while you're preparing for the PMP exam. You just did what I said. So I strongly believe when I make you to share your experience, this will motivate any PMP aspirants who are watching that interview. And that is the reason I'm doing it. And thank you so much for accepting this. Yeah.
I'm excited. Thank you.
You're welcome. And yeah, I have a list of questions which I wanted to ask you. Let me start with the first one. Share your professional background, please.
Sure. So I started in the government of the United States as an intern in college, and then moved into financial services industry, same company for over 25 years. And then recently parted ways with that company. So since I had over 25 years of project management experience, anyone who works in the financial industry will probably attest to many hours that you get to put in. So formalizing my certifications, I didn't really have quality time to do that. So after I left, then I decided to formalize that before I started into the next leg of my career.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. I think you answered my next question also. I was
did
supposed to ask you, what made you choose PMP as your next upskilling goal? And you have answered that question. Thank you.
Yeah.
So much.
Well, like you talk about in your boot camps, right? I needed to get rid of some bad habits that were probably not helping me. So I had to figure out which ones they were. Unless you're taught which ones they are, you're going to struggle a little bit with that. So formalizing that and understanding the entire process was why I took that.
I'm so happy to hear this, Mona. Some people used to tell me, Gautam, I just want to add that fancy three-letter word after my name. That's the reason I did PMP.
Yeah, that doesn't help you engage with people, right? And actually get the job done. Is just having the PMP. It's actually learning those concepts that you and your team talk about.
Thank you so much. And I'm glad to hear that you are focusing on applying all these concepts, in your career. I'm so happy to hear this from you.
Yeah.
And one challenging thing in the PMP preparation process is to stay focused and motivated. What strategies did you use to stay focused and motivated during the PMP preparation process?
Yeah, so I booked anywhere from 2 to 4 hours a day out to just modularize, and follow your process, just to focus on that piece. But I was very aware, which in my younger years I wasn't. I was very aware this time around to say, oh, my brain's tired. I'm not, I'm spending time, but I'm not understanding the concepts. So those are the days that I would back off and do something else. Because I find even, in working with my son, if you get frustrated with something, just walk away. Right. And usually if you walk away and take a brain break and come back, it comes together. So I did allow myself some space to do that. It did take me a little longer to be ready for the PMP than maybe some people, because I allowed myself to back up a day or two if I needed to. But scheduling that time and disciplining, like not really letting myself off the mat of studying unless I was brain tired, really helped me flow through that.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you. This will help a lot of guys. Thank you so much. And what advice would you give to someone starting their PMP certification process?
Yeah, so where your process helped me a lot, Gotham, was the fact that I don't have to memorize. With the speed that information's moving today and knowledge is moving today, it's for me, it's difficult to remember. I need to remember this input, and it goes into this process and it comes out as that output. Because what frustrates me is sometimes I know I can look at something, right? I can look at a document and go, okay, I forgot that input, or I need to go look for that, right? Versus memorize everything. So with working with your team and understanding the concepts of that flow and understanding how to relate it to my past experience so I would remember it really, really helped me a lot. So again, stepping back from I got to memorize everything versus understanding the concept and relating it something that I went through so I could pull that memory up during the test was one of the top success metrics for me, I believe.
Oh, that's nice. And what were the most important lessons you learned from the PMP exam?
Slow down, really read the scenario because, and read what the other thing I did was read the answers, right? And then go back and read the scenario just to make sure that I was reading it accurately. So during my mock test, I was coming in probably 40 minutes under time. And I went into the test and said, okay, maybe I'm reading these too fast. So when I actually went into the test, I slowed down, read through the scenarios like your training teaches, did the elimination techniques, and then marked very, very few to go back and look at, right? The first two modules I probably marked anywhere from 3 to 5. The last one I didn't mark any. And I went right to the last 2 minutes.
Okay.
So I didn't have a panic attack, right? It was okay because I kept thinking about, does it solve a problem? Did I read this right? And does my answer solve the problem? So I think getting ready for that test was all around slowly absorbing the guidance that you guys were giving us, modularizing and consuming that information, and then going into the test going, nope, I've proven that I can do this. Now let's just slow down and articulate and take time to breathe if you start to get, anxious, right? And then obviously watch your time, but use the time wisely.
Thank you so much for sharing this, Mona. And what would you do differently if you had to retake the PMP exam? Of course, you don't want to retake, but let's talk hypothetically.
Yeah. So I spent a lot of time trying to figure this out myself. I seriously would have, and I found you guys late in the game. And your wonderful sales force was accommodating, encouraging me to take your boot camp, which I wasn't interested, right? It just felt like one more thing I had to throw myself into. But that I would definitely do again. I would start with your group before trying to figure it out myself or taking anything else. For the main factors, the way that I learn is the way that you teach. So I think it's really, really important that people figure out how they learn and then hooking up with the right group that is willing to support them and teach them. So your process and your mentorship for me really made the difference.
Thank you so much.
Because I was really struggling before I came in my head, right? And you guys provide that support and of not only, you did well on your test, but this is where you can focus, right? You're underestimating yourself, where when people are, kind of in their heads, they're not always supporting themselves. So having that support behind you made a big difference, again, for me.
Oh, perfect. So definitely I'll be sharing this credits to our sales team as well.
Yeah, you guys are really good.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And my last question, your experience with EduHubSpot.
Excellent. Excellent.
Thank you.
Anytime I had a question, anytime that anytime I felt like I was a little off kilter and didn't know which way to go, you guys were always there to, kind of lean in and either reassure or provide guidance. And it was a very timely manner, right? And if we're on different sides of the world, right? So we have a time zone issue. You managed, if I can't get back to you today, then I'm going to be, back online at this date, which kind of gives you a settling feeling that you didn't sign up for this big course, right? And you're being ignored. So the fact that you managed those expectations was, for me, a big difference.
Thank you so much, Mona. Thank you so much. Thanks for taking time and sharing your experience. And yeah, officially our interview got over, but let me make some fun. So
Okay.
I'm going to ask you one word question. I just want you to respond me in just one word. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Let's get started.
Yes.
One thing you could do all day, every day.
Spend time with horses. Sorry, not one word.
If there was a second life, you would love to come back as a man or women.
Man,
Okay. Reason?
I think your lives are so much less complicated than ours.
I 100% agree with you. If you ask the same question to me, I will reply as man, because as a woman, we should take lot of responsibilities. I can't handle it. Respect.
Yeah,
Respect.
we go, hey, let me help you. Yeah,
Thank
a
you.
man. Yeah.
Super. Your least favorite household chore?
Cleaning.
Cleaning. Okay.
Mhm. I am trying to get fired from cooking, right?
Oh,
My family loves my cooking, but yeah, cleaning would be my least favorite.
oh, perfect. Your role model?
Oh, my role model. So this was interesting. Bill George,
Mm,
from now a professor at Harvard, is amazing when he talks about authentic leadership and learning your true north in order to be the best leader that you can be. So if you didn't have a chance, please follow him.
for
He's
sure. For
awesome
sure.
on LinkedIn. Yeah.
Perfect. I'll be following him, because I always take characters as role model. Definitely, I will have a look at that which you proposed. Yeah.
Great.
So that's
Mhm.
it. We have came to an end, and thank you so much, Mona, for taking your time and sharing your experience. And I'm speaking it from my heart. You are one of the most dedicated students I have ever worked with, and thank you so much for being part of our program. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Gotham. It was a pleasure.